Welcome to the second chapter, the Tao Te Ching, a wordless teaching. This particular chapter is going to unlock reality on a fundamental level. Let us begin. That which all under heaven considers beautiful may also be considered ugly. That which all under heaven considers good may also be considered not good. Being and non-being engender one another. Hard and easy complete each other. Long and short generate each other. High and low complement each other. Melody and harmony resonate with each other. Fore and aft follow one another. These are constant truths. The Taoist dwells in non-action, practices a wordless teaching. The myriad things arise, and none are rejected. And the Tao gives birth, but never possesses. The Taoist acts without attachment, achieves without dwelling on achievement, and so never loses. This chapter is saying a lot in those few short words, as the entire book does, right? The Tao Te Ching as a whole is a book just jam-packed full of wisdom and truth. And so this chapter starts off by talking about dichotomies, really, right? Opposites. The idea that beginning and end, good, evil, well, it didn't say specifically evil, it said good and not good things. Good things may be considered not good, and not good things may be considered good. And that the Taoist, or the person following the Tao or the way, is living in alignment or at peace, so much so, or in balance, so much so that regardless of what happens, the ebb and the flow of the wave, that everything's okay. And good things will come, good things will go, good things could be bad, and bad things could be good. And some real life examples. For example, if you were to lose your job, let's use that as an example. And maybe you hated that job, paid the bills, did the things that you needed it to do, but it killed your spirit, your passion, your joy, your creativity. And while it paid the bills, you stayed at the job because you were fearful to go out and try something else. And that fear to try something else kept you locked in a pattern of pain and suffering. And so you lose a job, and which forces you to look inward, to find peace and truth, to find what drives you, what lights you up. And so you find a job that maybe doesn't pay as much, but brings joy to your life. And so by extension, because you're living in joy and in peace, you're better to be around. You're better for your family, for your wife, your kids, your husband. And so to live with that thing that you perceived as good in some ways because it paid the bills, and bad in other ways because it destroyed your joy, you traded it for something else that is good because it gives you peace and joy and makes you a better person. Or maybe you don't make as much money. So good and bad really has to do with attachment to ideas, attachment to things having to be a certain way. And a lot of times these attachments are linked to beliefs, having to do with beliefs that probably came from childhood about relationships and success and finances. And so you're living in this idea or this dream world where you think you have to be a certain way or things have to be going in a certain direction in order to be the way it should be. Success. I mean, my mom, it's funny, she used to, and a lot of our parents, I'm sure, were this way, especially kids born in the 80s and 90s. There was the idea that you had to go to college. That you had to go, in order to be successful in your life, you had to go to college. And in my soul, I felt that that wasn't true for me. It might have been true for some people, but it wasn't true for me. But from my mom's perspective, it was true. And so, and I cared very deeply with what my mom thought of me and how she felt about me. And I still do. And it was a very difficult period to go through of basically saying, hey, I'm not going to go to college. I started to, and I failed miserably at it because it wasn't what I really wanted. It wasn't true for me. So then I had to go through this period of finding out that who I thought I was, or who I thought I needed to be, wasn't who I really was. And so as time went on, I learned to detach myself from outcomes. I'd win a success here, I'd lose something over there. And I realized that if I attached myself to the good or bad thing, or I let my ego attach itself, that I would be on an emotional roller coaster, highs and lows. And there had to be this level of distance between what was happening externally and the meaning I was applying to it. And so what I started to do, and what a lot of this book teaches, is the detachment from the meaning of the phenomena. So if something is happening, if you can see it from the objective point of view and get away from trying to see it from, is it good or bad for me, the egoic me, you limit or minimize or eliminate suffering. It's not easy. And the hard part, a lot of this intellectually, if you're an intellectual person or philosophical person, it makes sense. The hard part is letting the emotions not control you in those moments. Because a lot of times you're going to look at something, something's going to bubble up in you. Some fear, some feeling of being not enough, right? And you're going to have a negative emotion or a positive emotion. You can work both ways. And that attachment, or that attachment to an idea or to something that's happening, developing meaning around it, creates that emotion, the emotional response, which can cause extreme happiness, extreme sadness, and everything in between. But when you find the balance and realize that phenomena is just phenomena happening, and that you don't necessarily control the phenomena, but you control your reaction to the phenomena, and that if you can develop a level of detachment from everything that's happening, including your internal state, because emotions and thoughts and feelings are going to come and go like waves on the ocean. And if you can detach yourself from those and be in peace, presence, and awareness, then the waves come and they go, and you stay balanced. If you can do it, it's a good way to be. It's not the only way to be, but if you're plagued by stress, fear, worry, anxiety, it's definitely a better place. Anyway, so that's it for this episode. This is chapter 2 of the Tao Te Ching. I appreciate everybody watching this. If this resonated with you, if you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. This is the Boundless Sovereign YouTube channel, and our mission is to basically hold the mirror up for folks so they can see who they really are. I'm not a guru. I am definitely by no means anybody extraordinary or special, just somebody who's done a lot of reflection and has found the peace and balance within, and just looking to share that with as many people as I can. So again, I appreciate your time, and hopefully this resonates. Like and subscribe. See you in chapter 3.